Hello, Connie. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're able to be here with us to talk about Happy Child. I'm Kathy Slater. I'm the special education teacher at Succeed Elementary. I've gathered information about HAP to help determine your continued eligibility for services. Let's start with a little background on HAP and what concerns you have for her. From our previous discussion, you indicated that HAP has a seizure disorder and a Chiari malformation. HAP has had multiple surgeries to correct the malformation and is on medication to try to control the seizures. She still currently has multiple absentee seizures during the day, but the number of grand mal seizures has been reduced. HAP began to receive services with a criterion of developmental delay. She began receiving services from speech therapist, occupational therapist, and physical therapist through the Child Development Center at 18 months old. She was enrolled in Head Start and continued her therapies. HAP began school at Succeed Elementary last year when she entered kindergarten. She is now in first grade and we are reevaluating her disability criteria. Her general education teacher, Mr. Decatur, reports that HAP has many friends in class. She enjoys telling stories and dramatic play. She is right on level with her peers playing cooperative imaginative games. He is worried that HAP has recently started hitting and pushing, and it appears to be unprovoked. He has also noticed that HAP gets very frustrated when things do not go as she plans, and has a hard time moving forward until things are fixed a certain way. He has noted that when HAP has a shorter attention span than her peers, and will focus on tasks that is new or difficult for 5 minutes maximum. When the activity is common or desired, she can focus for 10 minutes and more when it's peer play. Mr. Decatur has supplied us with some work samples. Her print is difficult to read and she is unable to print many letters and no numbers yet. She can recognize and label almost all letters and numbers 1 through 10. She currently is not identifying any words by sight recognition. This is below what her peers in class are doing. Mr. Decatur uses Eureka Math curriculum. Most students in the first grade have been successful with this program. HAP has been working with a peer buddy and in small groups for more individualized attention. The class aide has also worked with HAP individually with assignments. HAP continues to achieve below her classmates. HAP has been working with one other student in reading groups. They are focusing on letter and sound recognition with Zoophonics curriculum. Parent helpers come in to work with daily reading with the students, and then HAP brings home the book at night. Connie, are you familiar with this take-home reading system? That's right. HAP brings home the book that she reads with the parent helper and reads it again with you. Thanks for helping her out with that. Seeing, print, and practice reading or being read to is an important early reading skill. Even with remedial reading activities and extra support, HAP still shows little progress in her reading skills. Since HAP has shown little progress with the intervention and previously meeting the disability criteria for a developmental delay, she has been referred for further assessment of a learning disability. The Wechsler Individual Achievement Test was administered to HAP. The Wechsler is intended for use with preschool through adults. Her results validate what has been observed in the classroom. HAP was eager to complete the subtest and needed frequent breaks, as she would get distracted after 5 to 10 minutes of work. She would look around the room, fidget in her seat, talk about other things she enjoyed doing in school, or ask questions about many topics. HAP was curious and conversed well. When she began subtests, she appeared to think about her answers, and if she didn't know, she would try to create an answer. There were a few incidences where she would know that she didn't know the answer. She would get hung up on the questions and would act her frustration out by yelling for me to do it, or trying to put the pencil in my hand. She had difficulty moving on following the questions. Even when she was assured it was okay, she'd just try her best and we'd continue on to the next question. The Wechsler indicated that HAP has average early reading skills. This is one of HAP's strengths. The test also indicated that HAP's listening comprehension and oral expression were below that of students in the same grade. This is where difficulty with recall is being expressed. HAP's writing is also below that of other students in the same grade as her. She scored in the low average range in letter writing and sentence composition. Hap's math skills also fell in the low range in comparison with other students in the same grade. The combination of the work sample's previous interventions, observations, student history, and assessment results indicate that Hap should be referred for review by the Committee for Special Education, since criteria for a specific learning disability has been documented. Hap should be considered for remedial instruction in math, reading, and writing. Do you have any questions, Connie? Is there any other concerns that you have or anything else that you'd like me to write down? Okay, so we'll go ahead and forward this on to the school and I'll get in contact with you and we'll have another meeting soon. Thanks.